Kal Kadosh, Boker Or, Masechet, Batra Daf Samechalef Amud Aleph 161A1. We were just speaking about yesterday about the get Pashut and the get Mekushar. The reason why we were speaking about the two different Gitin, if you remember, is because the Kohanim were hot-tempered, right? The Lav Davka Kohanim, sometimes you have other people as well, right? So what happened was, right, that since they were hot-tempered, they would get angry, right? They would go crazy, and then they would come and give a get to their wives. Now, there's a problem. The second they give the get, Kaddish. So what happens? So now what happens is that now, right, is going to be a problem. What's going to be the problem? He gave a get, Kaddish. He can't do anything. So what do? They purposely made the get that it has to have a lot of sharim, a lot. It's going to take a long time to prepare. So therefore, he's going to start cooling down, because that's what they need. They need time to cool down, right? Even though I don't know exactly how long. With some, sometimes it takes people to cool down a week and 2 weeks and a month, right? So, I don't know exactly how, another 10 minutes or even another hour coming and folding is going to help much, but anything helps. You understand? Anything helps. So they come, they're going to cool down. And once they cool down, then they're going to say, you know what? Don't give the get. Don't give the get. Right? Why? They already cooled down. They thought about it twice, right? And then that's it. Okay. Fine. We said now in the Gemara, 1 minute. He says, we said in the Gemara now, right, that if right now they made a mistake, right, so he said, maybe they're going to come, they're going to erase it. So he said it doesn't exist, because if you erase, right, that's it. You're not allowed to write on the erasure, right? And that's what it says, machak pasul. And even though they're going to come in mekayem, that means they're going to come and they're going to say, yes, we saw this erasure. It doesn't help. That's only going to be sharir v'kayam, that it's going to be a problem, right? So he says, right, ukshiur sharir v'kayam, meaning, because if not, what's going to happen is you're going to erase, right, a kol sharir v'kayam. Once you erase that, then you're going to add other things, and then at the end you're going to write it again. That's going to be a problem, because all the thing, right, we said that the sof pasuk was a kol sharir v'kayam, so if it's not going to help, so we said it's not going to help, right, such a concept. Says the Gemara, and this is where we're starting today. Right? מאחורי הכתב וכנגד הכתב מבחוץ, לאיחוש דילמה כתיב מגבי מי דבאי, ומחתים סעדה יתרה מבראי, ואמר אנא לרבות בעדים ודעבדי. He comes and he says, but 1 second. If you hold that, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do a מאחורי הכתב. Remember, here you have the ktav on this side. So מאחורי הכתב is on the back of the paper. So you're doing it on the back of the paper, and you have to do it כנגד הכתב. Meaning, the ktav is on this side right here, so I have to sign right here, but that's we keneged the ktav, the same place. It cannot be here. It has to be mamash here. So right here you have it. You have the ktav on this side, the edim here. So he says, what do you do? Very, very simple. On the bottom here, I'm going to add on, whatever I want, and then here on the bottom, I'm going to add witnesses, and then he's going to come and he's going to say, right, what? I just went and I made more witnesses. You know why I made more witnesses? I wanted more people to know. I wanted more people to know about it. And therefore I came and I wrote more witnesses. The minhag is not like that today, by the way, you should know. But it's brought down in Shulchan Aruch in 2 different places, right? In Seder Get and also in Shulchan Aruch, that the minhag was that whenever they give a get, it was always in a minyan. Mamash, they would get a minyan, right? They would get a minyan. Why? They wanted it to be that everyone should know about it. Nowadays, the opposite. Nowadays, it's such a private affair that you have Bekoshi, the two edim, the sofer, the mesader get, that's it, and the husband and the wife. There's no minyan and not chetzi minyan, you understand? But in the olden days, that's the way it was. That was the minhag that Shulchan Aruch brings down. That's you should be mesader. So here he's saying, listen, why did I get so many edim? You know why I got so many edim? I wanted everybody to know about it. So I got the extra edim and extra edim and extra edim. Okay? So says the Gemara, Elmaleh says, misavrat edim kesidran chatime. Do you think that the edim that are going to be signed on the back, they're signed kesidran like a regular seder? Edim mimata lemala chatime. The edim, they start from the shura acharona, and then they continue going upwards, meaning they don't go downwards. When you're signing a document, right, you have the document right here. So the first ed is going to sign here, second ed right behind it, right? He comes, he says here, it's the exact opposite. It's going to be flipped, right? That it's going to be on the top to the bottom. So ולכוש דילמה מתרם יראה אותה בשיטה האחרונה, וגייז לשיטה האחרונה, וגייז לראובן בעדה, ומתקשר בן יעקב עד. תצרם בן בלוש כאשר. He says, 1 second, I've got a problem. You know what the problem is? Maybe there was a mistake in the bottom line. So what did I do? I just cut it off. Now, if I just cut off the bottom line, what did he do? His name was Reuven ben Yaakov Ed. So you know what he did? He had Reuven, right? And then he had on top of it Ben Yaakov Ed. So you cut off Reuven with the last line. And then what do you have left? Ben Yaakov Ed. That's what you had left. Ben Yaakov Ed. And we just said in such a case, right, it's going to be kosher because writing Ben Yaakov Ed is kosher, even without the first name. Just the son of this Ed. So says the Gemara, Dichtiv, because it says in the Pasuk, Reuven ben Bechad Dara. It's in one line. Yaakov Ed Ilave. And Yaakov Ed is on top of it. So therefore you can't do that because you're right. Ben Yaakov Ed is kosher. But to put, how do you call this? Reuven ben and then Yaakov Ed, that's Pasul. Because Yaakov Ed means that Yaakov is the witness, not Reuven. Ben Yaakov Ed means the son of Yaakov is the witness. That's still kosher. So says the Gemara, "Vedleichush dilma guys le Reuven ben umitkasher b'Yaakov Ed Yitzran ishponi Ed kasher." So answers the Gemara, "The lokativ Ed. He didn't write down Ed. Nowadays we're very very makpedim. You always have to write Ed at the end. If he didn't write down Ed at the end, it's not kosher, right? That's what's brought down. If you want, you can answer another answer. Lo'olam really bemed ketav Ed. It's written Ed. The adinam ba decha chatimat yadav, as we know about the chatimat. Kuf samech chalef amubet 161b. The chatima lav the Yaakov. It's not the chatima of Yaakov. Meaning, Yaakov is the father. Reuven is the son. So when I come and I see the Khatimah, the signature, I know that it doesn't belong to Yaakov. It's Reuven, it's the son, it's not the father. So therefore, by the fact that it just says Yaakov Ed, I already know the Yaakov Ed is not kosher. Because it's not Yaakov. No, because we said that at the end, you wrote Reuven Ben, and then you wrote Yaakov Ed. So Yaakov Ed by itself is kosher. But since we know that it's not the signature of Yaakov, it's not kosher. Because I'm looking at it, there's not Yaakov's signature. What are you talking about? Because it's really Reuven's signature. It's the son's signature. So ask the Gemara, maybe he signed in his father's name. He signed in the name Yaakov. So answers the Gemara, nobody will leave his own name and sign in his father's name. Nobody does that. Okay? And therefore, since you don't do that, it's going to be pasul. So ask the Gemara, maybe he made a siman. Why? The Rav Tzier Kavra. Rav, he used to sign a fish. Anybody knows why he used to sign a fish? Ainara. He went in and he saw that the Rav went to the Gemara Metzia says it, right? The Gemara says that he went in and he saw that 99 out of 100 people died because of Ainara. So his signature was a fish. That was his signature, right? So he says Rabbi Chanina Tzeri Charuta used to do an anaf shel dekel. Rav Chasta used to do a samech, the letter samech was chasta, right? And then he says Rav Oshia was an ayin. Rav Barhuna machuta. So he answers the Gemara, nobody would come and make such a siman. For Morzuta says, why do you need such a thing? Kol mekushar she'enedav right v'kalim b'shita achat pasul. It's going to be pasul. Some Rabbi Yochanan, kol mechakim kulan tzadik sheichtov v'den kiyumen. After you already erased, you have to come and you have to write the kiyum. So the kiyum is what makes it kosher. So the bottom you have to write down, I erased over here and we made a kiyum. The tzadik sheyachzor ma'yenosh shtar b'shita achrona. The last line, those are to make a synopsis. When you're writing an English essay, the last line of the first, it's always the synopsis of the entire thing of what we're right, a conclusion of what we're talking about.